All right, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. We are here today at Chatfield Reservoir, just south of Denver. Probably one of my least favorite lakes that we visit for local tournaments. That's all right. I'm mostly here today to play around with this new Lowrance HDS 9 Live unit that I got. I don't have the active target, so no cheater box comments yet. But anyway, yeah, we've got our first derby of the year in a couple weeks here, so I figured I might as well get out here, see what's going on. This lake just doesn't set up for my style. It's just a big bowl. There's no coves or creeks or anything. That stuff that I like to tuck into. So not my favorite, but there are some good fish in here. So let's get out there and see if we can snatch a couple. All right, already got a little water in my boot on that launch. They left all this, they cut down all these trees over here. It used to be all trees, and all the debris is washed up over here on the shore, so it made it a little tough to launch. I managed though, at least it's not super cold, so not the end of the world. But my foot got a little wet. So yeah, they left all the stumps over here, but took down the trees. Don't know how it's going to affect the fish. I mean, honestly, I never really got any fish inside the trees. We'll see. I mean, if nothing else, the trees provided shade for the fish, you would think. But again, as I said, I never caught any in there. So, but we'll throw around there today a little bit, see what's going on. As I said, my main goal today is play around with this new Lowrance unit, get better with that, play around with some side scan, some down scan, which I did not do at all with my old unit. If you've watched many of my videos, you know that all I've ever had is a little 5-inch Lowrance Hook 2, super basic unit. And it did have side scan and down scan. I just never used it because the screen was so small you couldn't see anything anyway. Alright, what do we got going? We're on the map. Let's throw on this custom screen I made the other day, which is, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. This one is 2D sonar, down scan, and then side scan down the bottom. Although I saw another video last night that had a good idea, even though that was on a 16-inch screen. This is only a 9-inch screen, so I don't know how well it'll work. But he had his map here, and then his 2D and down scan split between here and then side, taking up the entire bottom. This screen might be a little too small for that, but I don't know. We're going to play around with it today, like I said. So, oh, we also need to edit this overlay. I don't like that. So, what was that? That is here. That is edit overlay. What is that? That is depth. Yep, we want depth. That's speed. We want speed. Where's water temp? There's water temp. Oh, then that's right in the middle of my side scan. Water temp. Listen to me. Depth. Maybe make that a little smaller. No, that needs to be so big. There we go. Speed, that can be a little smaller. Got time. Let's put that there, I guess. Yeah, like I said, we're going to play around with it, but how do I get it? Oh, save. Thank you. So, yeah, I don't need map yet because I know where I am. I just don't really have anything marked back here. Anybody familiar with this place knows where I am. This is the far south end of the lake. Water temp's only 46. I thought it would be higher than that by now. I don't really care. I'm going to throw a buzzbait for a minute anyway. That's just how I roll, son. Oh, let's see what some of these stumps look like on side scan. Okay, that's clearly something. Lay down. Yep, there it is. I can see it visually. 40 feet. That's 40 feet. Let's see what that guy shows up as. Okay, there he is. Alright. Yeah, I don't need to be throwing a buzzbait. Let's do a jackhammer instead. We're not done with the buzzbait yet, though. Don't worry. It'll make an appearance. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was sweet. Okay. Starting off the day right. You dummy. Oof, that's a good one too. So yeah, like I said, I've never had a whole lot of luck here. I've gotten a couple actually. Actually, I got a really nice one off that. I guess it's a beaver hut, or was it this tree? Geez, I don't even remember. Yeah, I got a good one right around this area last year. So we'll throw around here for a little bit before I head out and try to explore some more stuff, since I got nothing at this place. I really need to figure out something before our tournament here. I actually took fourth here a couple years ago, but that was just pure luck. It was the Snow Bowl. It was late April, like our one is this year. We're here late April again, and we always take a chance, because in Colorado, late April, there's always a very good chance for another snowstorm, and that's what happened 2 years ago. We had our first tournament of the year here. It was snowing. I've got a video of it. You can see how brutal it was. And I didn't know where to go, so I just threw a jerkbait along the dam. Got 4 keepers, and that was good enough for 4th place. So it was a rough day. That does not give me any confidence in this place, just because, yeah, that was a lucky shot. Didn't really tell me anything about this place. Jerkbaits on the dam is a pretty common strategy here, so it's not something. Oh, that was a pro cast right there. Oh no. What am I doing? How did I do that? That was a pro cast if I ever saw one. That might be too high for me to get back, so we'll break it off with the boat underneath if we have to. Oh hey, didn't see you sitting up there. What's up, bro? Sorry, boys. Didn't mean to mess up your house. A fish or a beaver? I'm gonna guess beaver. We are just starting out awesome today. Which always seems to be the case for me here at Chatfield. I actually came here last weekend. Wind app said it was only supposed to be less than 10 miles an hour. Temperatures were supposed to get up to the 50s, and the wind was blowing, I don't know, had to be 15 to 20. It was freezing cold. I didn't have my transducer mounted under the boat yet. I just had it on one of those arms, and the arm was just faulty, so it was flopping all over the place. And oh man, I got rattled, and I think I was off the water by 10 o'clock. So yeah, that was Chatfield last week. And this week we're already starting off with a backlash and an errant cast way up into the trees somehow. I don't know why I was casting that. Why I had the lure that high in the air. Hey, it's early season. Give me a break, all right? Man, all this timber looks so freaking good, and I can never get a hit on it. Oh, wow. Look at that. Second cast after getting unsnagged, we're right into a tree. At least this one's water level, though, and not head high. I'm killing it today. Now I'm going to knock my camera with these branches. Oh, geez, what are you doing, dude? Okay, let's get the heck away from this beaver dam. This thing is just causing me problems. Nothing in the trees, at least not yet. I'm gonna hit it on the way back, of course. But yeah, the other thing I'm testing out today is this new PWM box I put together out of a Yak Attack track pack. So I don't know if I've ever really shown my motor in a video before. Let me see if I can do this without falling in. So that is my motor. I don't know how well you can see it on the wide angle, but if you're looking for an inexpensive motor option, you don't want to pay $1,000 for the Newport MK 180 or 300, or the Torqeedo, or a bow mount. That is a 55-pound thrust trolling motor, and it's only $200. It's the Newport Kayak series motor. It comes with a tiller handle, but you just take the head and the handle off, and then there's some exposed wires, and you connect the wires up to what's called a PWM box. Get them on Amazon, I think 30, 40 bucks. What's it stand for? Power wavelength modulator or something like that. But you basically need that to control the speed of the motor. Since you took off the tiller handle with the crank, you replace it with that, and then you have to put it in a box, of course, to keep it all safe. Drill through, put the on-off switch, the throttle, I guess, and then the speed indicator, and let's see how it works. Oh, first we gotta drop. Let's drop the motor. Turn it on. Crank it up. Heck yeah. So yeah, if I run it at 90%, I don't know if you can see there, but I get a 3.5 miles an hour, which is not bad. Just pedaling, I can get about 3.2 to 3.5 miles an hour. If I really pedal hard, I can get like 4 miles an hour. So with this, just a minor, I'm barely even pedaling, and I can get 4 miles an hour. So I'm not going to win any races against a NK300 or anything like that, but for long runs, it definitely saves energy, if nothing else. Again, not a super fast motor by any stretch compared to what's out today. Dead of summer, if you got to make a long run, you're pedaling your ass off because you want to try to beat somebody there, you're shot by the time you get there. Or I am, 52 years old. Again, like I said, good, inexpensive motor option. The Newport Kayak series motor. There's a 36-pound thrust and a 55-pound thrust. I got the 55-pound. It's only, like I said, $200. Another, I don't know, 50 to 60 bucks for the PWM box and wiring, something to keep it in. But I've got it all wired through the kayak. This goes to the battery up front, and these wires go to the motor out back. So it's pretty slick, if I do say so myself. So yeah, let's go exploring. Let's turn on the map function here. Let's get a different view. What else we got? We got map and side scan. Sure, let's do that. Looks like a good option. You can see I got it color coded here, the shading for the depth. Goes red is like 5 feet and under, then it progressively, as you go to orange and yellow, it gets deeper. Although now that I'm looking at it, this yellow, which is like the 15-foot range, sort of matches the yellow of the land, so I'll probably have to switch to that. Light blue is 20 feet, and then dark blue is when it gets into 40 and 50 feet, which I, of course, will never. It just tells me to stay away. I don't need that. Leave that for the scopers. They can have it. And something just made a little noise here, so let's just stop and fish around this for a minute. Oh, there's all the trees. Probably can't see it with the wide angle, but there's a huge pile of lumber over there. Yeah, pretty slow going so far. Nothing really going on. I'm still messing around near this wood. Nothing really doing. I mean, I'm seeing plenty of stuff on the graph. Doesn't mean it's bass, of course. Sun's trying to peek out, almost. It's actually supposed to rain on and off this morning, but luckily so far that hasn't been the case. I'm prepared if it does, though. I don't mind a little rain. Gonna throw around in this timber a little bit more. and then head out into some offshore stuff, get out of my comfort zone, you know, play around with this graph, since that's kind of the main point to come in here today, other than pre-fishing for the CKB tourney. But yeah, and actually normally if I was fishing this close to the bank around this kind of cover, I wouldn't have my unit on, just to go a little more stealth mode. Don't want the pinging from the sonar letting them know I'm here. But since I'm trying to learn how this stuff works, I'll keep it on. Oh, was that? No, I just caught a branch. Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. So I am a few hours in, 0 bites, 0 clue. I went out deep for a little while. I've been mostly fishing visible cover, but not super shallow. I mean, a lot of this wood is out in 8 to 10 feet of water, so it's not like I'm just doing my normal thing of fishing too shallow. I've been trying a bunch of different stuff. And I, as usual, with Chatfield, have no frickin' clue. I just do not like this place. I mean, all this visible cover, and not a single bite, not a follower, not a sniff, nothing. I don't get it. I don't get this place. Look at that friggin' lay down. Guarantee if that was in Norton, Kansas, I would have caught something else of it. Let's try a jerkbait, I guess. I don't frickin' know. Your guess is as good as mine. Actually, I take that back. Your guess is probably better, because so far all my guesses have sucked. Alright, gonna try this Juice's jig, Haramiki. These things are like gold apparently. My buddy Matt Arledge picked one up for me at the Bassmaster Classic Expo because you just can't get them online right now. My boy MC Hammer, Matt Collins, was absolutely destroying with this thing a couple weeks ago, or over the winter actually, so figured I'd give it a try. I had it tied on, but I don't know, I did not like my knot, and this thing is 25 bucks. So I'm gonna tie a little bit better knot and make sure that thing doesn't go anywhere. Although obviously if it gets hung up, not really gonna matter what the knot is. So nice hair jig anyway, we'll see. They don't want anything else, so let's try this. Well, this has been tougher than expected. I mean, never do very well at Chatfield, as I've said 20 times, but man, I at least thought I could pick up a dink or two, but I got nothing. It's almost 2 o'clock. Yeah, I'm about done. Working my way back towards where I parked, hitting a couple spots where I've gotten them in the past, hoping to pick up at least one. This might be a skunk video. We'll see. Pretty rough day. Probably a skunk day. I'll hit those trees that I passed on the way in this morning, but that's it. I'm calling it after that. Work my way back to the car, and looks like there's some weather rolling in, so just hit those trees on the way back to the car, and then that's it. So one last shot. Let's see what we can do. Alright, that's a wrap. Skunk day. Sorry you had to witness that, but you know, gotta show the bad with the good sometimes. So I'll figure it out. Maybe not, I don't know. I'll never figure this place out, actually. 'Cause once we're done with that derby, I'm never coming back. That's probably not true, but that's what I feel like right now. So anyway, yeah, that was terrible. But nice day on the water, at least. You know, weather held out. It was nice, so better than sitting at home. Anyway, yeah, I'm babbling now. Thanks as always for watching. Give a like and subscribe. Until next time, get her after them. Later.